This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami Camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16, that came across this article today from the Guardian, and it's reporting that the number of nuclear weapons held by major powers is rising. Okay, and of course they're giving you this bogus number. There's way more than that. Okay, remember the prophecies say 200 million. Okay, nuclear warheads will be hitting Babylon the Great. So, all right, this is definitely this part right here is fake news. But the point is, according to this article, these nations, these superpowers, are building, all right, increasing their nuclear arsenal, all right, and according to an analyst from the think tank that presented this information, they stated that, quote, drifting into one of the most dangerous periods in human history, end quote, right? Because we're in the last days, and this is supposed to happen, okay? The Lord has put a heavy spirit on these scientists throughout the world, all right, to create these weapons so that they can be used for the Lord's judgment, because this is the will of the Lord. In fact, let me get a scripture that this is the Lord put in the spirit on these mad scientists to make these weapons of mass destruction. Proverbs 16:9, a man's heart deviseth his word, but the Lord directeth his steps. You see that? So the Lord is directing these mad scientists, these physicists, these nuclear scientists to build these weapons so they can be used for his purpose, okay? His divine purpose, to bring judgment, especially to America, because America is going to be annihilated. Nothing will be inhabiting this place when the Lord is done with it, okay? Via the fire, the nuclear weapons, and his chariot, all right, the so-called UFOs, which now you're seeing nothing but news media on it, which goes to show you, again, the Lord is in control. So, is there anything else on this article that stands out to me? Russia and the U.S. together possess almost 90% of all the nuclear weapons globally. In addition to their usable nuclear weapons, the two powers each hold more than, again, this is a lie, previously retired from military service, which they are gradually dismantling. No, they're not. That's a lie. Okay? So, yeah, and that makes sense why Russia and America will have the most nuclear weapons, because, hey, this is fulfilling prophecy. America is the hammer of the whole earth, and Russia is the number one nation, Gog and Magog, that the Lord has set up, all right, to combat against the hammer of the whole earth. Okay? So, this is prophetic. This is biblical. And, you know, these are the times that we're living in, all right, because it's time for the Lord to bring judgment to the earth and, of course, deliver his elect from the fire, all right, because the elect are going to get delivered from the nuclear destruction. While the nukes are coming down, the elect are going to get beamed up in a spaceship. You know what? Let me get that. Revelation 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. Right. So we're in the time of the Lord bringing his wrath. So any wacky tacky plantation Christians talking about, we got to pray for America, we got to pray for the world that things get better. All right, you're not in the right spirit. No, the Lord is bringing his wrath. Okay, the Lord doesn't like the people that are walking this earth. He damn sure doesn't like America and the inhabitants in America. So he's bringing wrath. 2. And I saw, here's the point, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. Right, so this is the elect, being beamed up in a spaceship, looking down at the destruction, looking down at the nuclear holocaust. All right, that's why, again, the deliverance part. Let me get another one. Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice, and that's the elect out of the nation of Israel, from heaven, saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Right, they were beamed up. All right, and that's why they were able to see the glass mingle with fire. They were able because they were looking down at the destruction. All right, now when you go up to the word ascend, it's let's see how it's pronounced.
Strong's G 305 Anabino.
Anabino, which means to go up, to rise, spring up, literally arise, ascend, to go up. Right, the elect are going to go up into a spaceship. And when they enter into that spaceship, as the enemies beheld them, because the enemies are these heathens, and of course 2/3 of our own people, because they're enemies for the gospel's sake. They're going to see the elect get beamed up. All right, and the elect, when they get beamed up, they're going to see, as it says in Revelation 15:2, and I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. Right, the elect are looking down at the destruction, and them that have gotten victory over the beasts. Right, the beasts meaning NATO and the EU. And over his image. Right, his image meaning, the ancient Roman ways. That's why all you see now is weirdo activity all throughout the country. You see it on social media, just the weirdo stuff. And over his charagma, right? Because they didn't take that digital awe. They didn't take that M to the O to the B. And over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having harps of the Most High. 3. And they sing the song of Moses. This proves that they're the Israelites, because, this is talking about, in the book of Exodus. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are the works, Lord power almighty. Just and true are the ways of thou, King of saints. Right, these are the Israelites, because they're the only ones that are going to know the song of Moses. Exodus 15. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Right, because that's how Israel always got down. Every time the Lord delivered us from our enemies, we always praised and sang to the Lord. Let me see if there's any. Deuteronomy 31:30. And Moses spake in the ears of all the congregation of Israel the words of this song until they were ended. Right. So these are talking about Israelites who are going to know that song. All right. The elect, that is. All right. Because the elect are going to know, all right, the 100% truth of the scriptures. That lovely song. All right. And they're going to praise and sing to the Lord in the chariots. All right. In the big spaceship, the chariot, the cloud. Excuse me. So, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Right. If you just go in history, all right, since the beginning when wars were kicked off, when there was wars on earth, all right, it was always, sword against sword, shield against shield, right? Spear against spear, all right? Body armor against body armor. Then it upgraded, all right? Then you had pistol against pistol, right? Rifle against rifle, right? What's the other one that they had? What's the a cannon versus a cannon, okay? Then it upgraded again. Tank versus tank, warplane versus warplane, naval ship versus naval ship, okay? Etc., etc., etc. Now, this time is going to be nuclear weapon against a nuclear weapon, all right? Nuclear warhead against a nuclear warhead. That's the burning and fuel of fire. 6, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. This is talking about Yahweh Shai, who Ignorantly calls Jesus. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. Right, the government of Israel. Being brought by Yahweh Shai for his people, all right, the Israelites, okay? And only the elect are going to get this. Upon the throne of David, upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and justice from henceforth, even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Right, and it's going to happen, okay? Once the destruction comes, the Lord, okay, will have his elect, all right, in his chariot, bringing us back, all right, to the homeland, all right, to set up the government of Israel, okay, the kingdom of heaven. 8, the Lord sent a word unto Jacob and have lighted upon Israel. Right, and that's how we know, all right, the word is for the Israelites, the nation of Israel. All right, this is our hope, all right. So, we're getting close, brothers and sisters. We're almost out of here. Now I'll bring one more. Psalms chapter 7, verse 10. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. Right. The elect are going to get delivered. Okay? The elect are going to get beamed up in a spaceship. That's why it says in Isaiah chapter 54, verse, I'll read 16 again, then we're going to go to 17. Behold, I have created the smith that both the coals and the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I've created the waster to destroy. Right? Again, the Lord put the spirit on these scientists to create the nuclear missiles, the nuclear bombs, for his purpose to be used, all right, for the day of judgment. 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, the elect out of the nation of Israel, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Right, so we don't have to fear these nuclear weapons, okay? In fact, you should be looking forward to it, because this needs to happen so we can get up out of here, okay? So, the Lord is our defense. He's going to save the upright, which are the elect of Israel. 11, the Most High judges the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. You know the Lord's mad, okay, with this month, okay, Pride Month. Oh, the Lord's definitely mad with Pride Month. 12, if he turn not, he will whet his sword. He have bent his bow and made it ready. Right, the nuclear missiles. That's why, again, this article, Number of nuclear weapons held by major powers rising. The prophecies are speaking. The Lord is getting ready, all right, for these missiles to be used. This is his will. 13, he had also prepared for him the instruments of death. He ordained his arrows against the persecutor, right? Who is the top persecutor against us? The Edomites, the so-called white man. All right? And of course the rest of these heathens, but more specifically these Edomites, because they're in the ruling seat. 14, behold, he travaileth with iniquity and have conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. Right, this is the so-called white man. Okay? 15, he made a pit and digged it and has fallen into the ditch which he made. Right, that's what's so awesome. All right, this devil thought by creating these weapons, all right, which he was deceived by the Lord anyway, because the deceived and deceiver are his, all right, but he thought that he was a somebody by creating these nuclear weapons. Nah, this is for his own pit that he digged, and he's going to fall right into it, to his own destruction. All right. 16, his mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealings shall come down upon his own plate. Right, these missiles, man. 17, I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, of the Lord Most High. Exactly. So yeah, just want to do a quick lesson on this. As you can see, the prophecy is speaking. They're building more nuclear weapons than ever before. Even according to this, leading think tank analyst, he said the world is drifting into the most dangerous period in human history. Hey, it's fulfilling prophecy. All right, judgment has to happen, man. All right, fire has to come. All right, that's the second death. So, Lord willing, us edify. I want to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying. Pray without ceasing. Pray for each other. Pray for the apostle elders. As you can see, we're almost out of here. To the fusers that are watching, keep studying when you pray. Pray that you cover Shalom and abide with Shalom.